another Marilyn tutorial. I was really inspired to do another Marilyn look because of these Marilyn Monroe Kiss lashes, and I do what I want, okay? I know I am too tattooed, and I know that I am not taking out my septum ring, so it's not entirely accurate. Which is your favorite Marilyn out of these Marilyns? I'll put them up on the screen and we can take a vote. Because I think this is like my 5th Marilyn, maybe 6. I did do one in high school 15 years ago. I also really wanted to do a Marilyn look, and I wanted to use the age filter on TikTok. I don't think that's what she would have looked like. Anyways, if you need another Marilyn Monroe tutorial, then keep on watching. It's a little bit different than the other ones. And if you like this kind of transformation videos, you should check out my Pamela Anderson because it was a good one. I'll link it up here. I'm gonna prime with the KVD Pore Refining Primer. It does a wildly good job of blurring. I don't know if it's supposed to, but it feels really cold on my face. It's quite nice. This is the Good Apple Serum Foundation from KVD, and it is very full coverage. It is not what I expect when you hear serum foundation. The consistency of the actual foundation, I get serum because it's like a thin consistency, but I guess serum just means it has good for your skin ingredients. When I'm trying to look like other people, I just like to have like a really full coverage blank canvas. And Marilyn Monroe always looked very fair in photographs. This is Light 008. It's my winter foundation. If you like a full coverage foundation, this one is really nice. It's very matte. I don't think I would recommend it for dry skin. It has a really pretty finish. And bringing it down my neck because it is not quite my shade. And then for a bright under eye, I'm using the Fenty concealer in shade 140. I thought it was lighter than that. I forgot how much I liked this formula. I really have not been a full coverage makeup wearer recently, but every time I do a full coverage base, I still very much love it. It's a very satisfying application. I was gonna say this was a really nice brush to blend concealer and tell you guys what it was, but there's literally nothing on here. So it is a mystery, sorry. I'm gonna contour with powder, so now I'm gonna set my entire face with the Jason Wu powder. I washed my brushes. This powder is just so mattifying. It's really gonna give me a flat blank canvas. I feel like this base is what I was actually walking around with in like 2004. No bronzer, no blush, no nothing. Now I'm gonna highlight and contour with the KVD Shade and Light palette, and this little brush, the Extreme Structure Contour Brush, is perfect for doing like a transformation because you can be so precise. I have in front of me like 20 different screenshots of Marilyn Monroe, and I'm just gonna try to copy the shadows on her face. And I'm using the lightest, most cool tone shade to mimic actual shadows. So starting with the cheek, because it's the least intimidating. I feel like this part of our face is kind of similar. So this is pretty much how I do my contour. And this part of her face is maybe a little bit smaller than mine, so I'm gonna bring it down a little bit lower. And next I'm gonna do my jaw. Her jawline is a little bit sharper than mine, and it also is a little bit more sloped. So I'm gonna bring that across and then just blending it down and under my chin. And her chin is more straight across than mine. Taking that contour and going straight across. She has a little bit of a dimple in her chin, so I'm just gonna add that with a smaller brush. It looks weird at the moment. I'm gonna put on a wig, obviously, but I'm still gonna do a little bit on the forehead. Her forehead is smaller than mine, but since I can pull the wig down onto my forehead, I don't have to do much here. I feel like it would just be weird to leave my forehead completely naked. And now her very cute nose. She has a very round tip. And again, I don't feel like it's really that far off from the shape of my nose. I kind of feel like I'm cheating by having a similar features, kind of similar. I'm gonna blend out the sides quite a lot, but I'm gonna leave this a little bit more defined. Next, I'm gonna use white eyeshadow, and I'm really gonna accentuate her features, like her chin, her sharp jawline, her big full cheeks, kind of brightening the under eye while I'm at it, and then the bridge of the nose, mostly here where her nose is flatter than mine, and of course, little button nose. And I'm gonna highlight a little bit kind of above my brow because her brow bone comes out a little bit more than mine. It's not a wearable makeup. It's not meant to be a wearable makeup. But do tell me if you want a wearable Marilyn look. This is just for funsies. And while I'm at it, I might as well do the white on the lid because this is gonna be our eye look anyway. Next, I'm gonna do an eyebrow, and I'm gonna use this shade here in the Dark Matter palette. I feel like her eyebrows look different in every photo, but they always have a very strong arch, and it always seems to be kind of right aligned with the outside of her iris. I always do my arch like way over here, but I guess she probably went through different eyebrow phases, just like we do. Just really want to make that arch archy. And I'm just going to take some translucent powder, which cools down that color a little bit. This kind of transformation makeup is so hard because you really don't know if it's going well until it's done. Like, I don't know if this is looking right. I can't tell yet. Now for the eye, I'm using the same shades I did on my eyebrow. I'm gonna go in and shade her eyelid. Big downturned sleepy lid. So I'm looking in my mirror like this, and then I'm also looking straight in my mirror to make sure you can see it when my eyelid flops over. I'm gonna blend this out, and then we'll go back and build and blend and build and blend. Taking a smaller brush, now that it's mapped out, we can be more precise. I'm bringing it all the way around and down to the corner of my eye. And then I will blend it out again. I think that's pretty good, but again, I have no idea. It's subtle, but effective. Now we gotta match the other side, which is extra challenging because my eyelids don't match, which I think is probably pretty common. My eyelids are starting to get like kind of loosey-goosey and really soft. It's not really hindering my makeup yet, but it is very interesting. But they're 34 years old, so it's not their fault. They've served me well. I've got a little bit more product on this side. See if I can diffuse it a bit more, but if not, we'll just add more to the other side. That worked out okay. It's not perfect, but that's okay. The white eyeshadow from Sugar Pill, I never know if it's pronounced taco or taco. It's the best, but every time I check, it's always sold out. White eyeshadow recommendations are welcome. Because we have hit pan, so it goes up and it slopes down. I'm also gonna press some white right under my brow here because she has a really prominent brow bone. I love doing this eyeliner, but it's so intimidating. If you don't get it right, it's just not right. To get that illusion that the eye is sloping downwards, I do the liner thicker here and then very thin on the outer corner, and then the wing kind of goes downwards, and it gives the illusion that that is the shape of the eye. Like the shape of the liner is the shape of the eye. I don't really know how to explain it. I learned it from Kevin Aquan from the Making Faces book when I was like 12. I'm starting by just stamping the eyeliner across my lid, which is the easiest way to get a nice thin line. And then I'm gonna thicken the liner at the inner corner. And always checking to see that it looks okay straight on. This like changes my eye completely. I'm gonna take this straight And then we'll do a little flick. I don't mean to put this out there, but this is the eye I always mess up on. They're a little wonky, a little bit. I'm gonna take a tiny bit of black eyeshadow. This is one of her or her makeup artist's tricks to add a shadow under the eye so it looks like a shadow of the lash, like just a straight line right here. I am kind of seeing the vision. Very much trust the process with this one. I feel like the lash is really gonna make this look, so I'm not gonna put it on yet. This is Ex-Girlfriend from Give Beauty, and I am so in love with the way they smell. It smells like something from my childhood, and I cannot put my finger on it. I'm gonna use the top shade, which is a little bit glowy. I'm just placing it on the outer part of the apple of my cheek. I'm putting a little bit on my nose because I think that that is actually something that she did. I'm gonna add a little bit of Flexitarian because it's a real intense highlight. Her skin was always glowing and gorgeous. I almost feel like I read somewhere that it was a Vaseline. A little bit here. Also gonna add a little bit just to the center of our kind of fake lid here. I need a shimmery white eyeshadow too. I need a matte white and a shimmery white. And I'll do just a little bit there and a little bit there to accentuate that little chin dimple. Seeing my eyes like this actually makes me feel tired. Can anyone tell me why? Onto the lip. I know the classic Marilyn is a red lip, but apparently it was actually more of an orange lip. So that's what we're gonna do. This is Impeach lip liner by Haus. I'm just gonna try to match her lip shape. It's like very rounded. And it comes up higher here than mine. I feel like I never quite get her lip shape right. And I'm just gonna completely fill in the lip with this because it's a really pretty color. I am gonna take a little bit of red and just darken the outer corner of the lip because I know that she did do a little bit of a lip contour. And I'll just blend it in really softly. When I was in makeup school, there was a day that I did a lipstick on my model and I didn't connect her lipstick in the inner corner. I didn't know that I didn't connect her lipstick on the inner corner. I didn't know I was supposed to do that. But when my instructor came around and graded our makeups, she docked marks for my lipstick and I never forgot that. And it haunts me to this day. And then I'll add a little bit of a highlight right to the center, just for a little shine. Almost lash time. I'm not gonna curl my lashes. It's just not necessary today. In some photos, it looks like she does a bottom lash. In some photos, it looks like she doesn't. I'm not going to because I just personally really am not a fan. Now I'm gonna add her beauty mark. Now I have to pick a lash. I have the lashes from the Kiss Marilyn Monroe collection. I bought all of these and then they reached out to me and said they were going to send them. They donated $25,000 US to St. Jude's Children's Hospital in honor of this collection, which I thought was very cool. They're all stunning. I've narrowed it down to these two. I think I'm gonna go with the It Girl. They're dramatic, but they're short and they're quite fluffy. Probably going to have to cut them in half because the lash is a part of the illusion. Usually I use like a little mustache scissor, but I don't have any at the moment. I hate cutting lashes. I'm gonna cut off a little bit from the long side and a little bit from the short side. I always count the little like sections that I cut off so I can make sure to get the other one the same. So I took off 2 from the long side and 1 from the short side. And I am gonna glue them a little bit farther out onto my liner. This is the only time that I want kind of a droopy lash. These are very pretty lashes. I'm excited to wear them just with a regular makeup look. So 1 section from the inner and 2 from the out. I feel like I almost should have done a warmer color blush to go with the orange lipstick. When the glue is still tacky, you can almost like push the lash into the shape you want it to be. I'm gonna take a little bit of the Stars Aligned blush from Give just so I can smell it again. This is more of an orange blush. I'm just gonna take a little translucent powder, knock it down a notch. I'm gonna touch up the liner just slightly now that the lash is on. You know, when you put a lash on and it kind of grabs onto the liner and changes the shape of the eyeliner, sometimes you have to just go back and fix it. I think we're almost there. I'm gonna brighten my waterline slightly with the ivory pencil from Melt. And now I'm gonna grab my wig and we will style it, hopefully to perfection. This looks pretty bad. I wanted to buy a nice Marilyn inspired wig, but I could not justify the cost. I had this wig. It's human hair and it's already blonde. So I thought I would attempt to make my own. It's quite long and I don't know how to cut hair. So I was hoping we could curl it and pin it again if it's too long to make it look a little bit shorter. I'm no longer blonde enough, which is a little bit sad to me. Kind of makes me want to bleach my hair. I feel like this is not so bad. This is definitely like a bigger and longer version. I think I'll clip it up a little bit. What do we think of the hair? I am not a hairstylist. Usually I wear a black turtleneck to cover my tattoos, but it's gone. I don't know where it is. I'm gonna put on some earrings. These are the only dangly earrings I have. All right, I'm done. I've got nothing left to say or do. Let me know what you think in the comments. You can be brutally honest. Not too brutally honest. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video.